What's up guys, thanks for watching another video. Today we are going to be installing the MPC remote start. MPC stands for My Push Cart, weird name for a company. Anyways, today I'm going to do step-by-step how to install this remote start into a Chevy Cruze. This is a 2011 Chevy Cruze. I believe this works on 2011 to 2018. I don't remember. Anyways, works on a first gen Cruze, so that's what we got it going for. Here in Michigan, it gets pretty cold in the winter. We get into the 20s and single digits, so it gets pretty cold, and my Cruze did not come with remote start. And since these cars take quite a while to heat up in the cold, it would be nice to have remote start in there, so that way we can get the car a little warmed up before we get in it. So without further ado, let's get to it. So this remote start kit comes with everything you need to use your factory remote. Basically what this does is uses the factory remote, so you just press the lock button 3 times and your car auto starts. So opening it up here, we get quite a bit. We get, this is the dongle or the USB plug that will be plugging into the computer. After we get the module programmed to the car, this will program it to be able to use the remote start. We got a switch here, a safety switch, which we will not be putting in. Basically this just prevents the remote start from accidentally starting if you're doing engine work and whatnot. We'll just disconnect the battery whenever we're doing engine work or doing an oil change or whatnot. This is the module that will basically be telling the car to start up after it's programmed to the car. And then we got this T-harness here. This connects to the car and will enable us to connect that module to the T-harness, which plugs into the BCM of the car. First thing we got to do is get this panel open on the side here to get access to the BCM. Just a few pull clips here, gotta pop off. Next we're gonna pull out this green, white, and blue plugs here. Alright, next thing we're gonna do is plug in the appropriate T-harness plugs, green, blue, and white. Got green to green. Blue to blue, white to white, and then we're going to plug in BCM to this. Alright, now the fun part. Alright, now we're going to start working with the module here. So what we're going to do is we are going to give it power. So here is the connector for power. And we're going to hold down this button here. Plug it in. And release it on yellow. Now that it is released on yellow, we can plug in the rest of the plugs here. And then we got the red one. Alright, now that everything is connected here, we are going to press the button here on the top 5 times. Once it's solid, we can put the ignition to on. Then we are going to take it out, wait 5 seconds. Put it back in again. Now it is collecting the data. and the blue light means that the data has been collected. Now we can turn the key off, remove it from the ignition. So now we're good to start with the pairing on the computer for the module. So we're gonna unplug it in this order. We're gonna do red first, white, then the big plug up top, and then your power plug. Moving on to the online part of this video, you're going to have to go to the website fortin.ca. After you do that, you'll be presented with this screen. You're going to go to software, and then download that FlashLink manager. And then on the far right side, you see that download now. You're going to download the program, and then you're going to run it. You're going to be presented with a few menu items that pop up after you run it. You're just going to run through those items. Just keep hitting next, accept the license agreement. After you finish installing, you can run the FlashLink manager. This is the program again that's going to decrypt your module so that way it can actually work with your vehicle. For the email and password, just put in the correct email and password that it says in your instructions. In this case, the email that we put in is flash@mypushcart.com, and the password is MPC in capital letters, flash. So that's all one word. After that, hit login and you'll be presented with this screen. Obviously, your program is not recognized that you have plugged in your modules. So at this point, make sure you plug in your module using the USB plug that is provided. After you plug it in, you should be presented with a loading screen like this. And then quickly after that, you'll be presented with this screen. You can ignore the fact that it says GMC Terrain, or if you're doing another vehicle that it doesn't say your vehicle in the top right. I think a lot of BCMs from GM are just programmed the same way, so the module doesn't really understand whether or not it's a Cruze or Terrain. It's both the same, so it doesn't really matter. What you're going to want to do is click the cog in the top right corner of the screen, and you want to make sure that the default mode at the bottom is set to Pro if you're using a new module. If it's used, aka you bought it from someone else, make sure you go through the wizard steps. I'm not going to show that in this video because this is a new module, so we're going to hit Pro. After that, we can hit the decryptor tab on the left hand side and then hit send data. Now this screen can take a couple minutes or it can take 5 minutes. I think for me it took closer to 5 minutes before the decryption process completed. So I'm going to fast forward here. And after the decryption process completes, you'll see this screen. And then once that completes, a box will come up that says you can disconnect the module. Now let's disconnect the module from the computer and plug it into our car and see if the remote start works. All right, we are ready to plug the module back in and test out the auto start. So this is the order you're gonna plug it in. You're just gonna plug in the power wire first, then you're gonna plug in the 20 pin, then you're gonna plug in the red, and then the white. All right, we're ready to test this thing out. All right, moment of truth, here we go. It works! Now the only thing about this is I can't unlock the car. The unlock button doesn't work, so I gotta unlock it this way. Not a big deal though. Alright, now we gotta put back all these wires. Alright guys, that's going to wrap it up for this video. I'm going to have the remote start linked down in the description below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I hope that you guys purchase the remote start yourself and get it installed using my video. But if not, well, most remote starts are pretty similar, and now you know how to do it yourself. So, hope you guys enjoyed. Catch you in the next one. Peace.